The night we met.
We are officially recording a podcast. Hopefully, unless I fuck something up. I don't think I did, though. What's up, guys? It's been a minute. I'm drinking a Modelo right now. I pretty much quit. I hadn't been drinking alcohol in a very long time, and I haven't talked to humans in a really long time. I'm sure a lot of people feel that way with this whole COVID bitch shit, and yeah, I don't know. I was like, I've got them in my fridge. I love beer. I love the taste of beer. It's actually like my favorite drink, but it has gluten in it, and as we all know, gluten fucks me up. However, it's not like I guess because it's been, I don't know, strained and fermented and all that kind of shit in order to be made. It doesn't really fuck with me like if I were to like physically eat something that has gluten in it. It fucks me up like a lot less. So like I can have a beer every now and then. It doesn't like, yeah, it doesn't fuck with me like the other stuff does. The other stuff literally gives me narcolepsy. It fucks me up so bad. But dude, being here, I'm in New York right now. I can't remember if I said that. But being here is so cool with that shit because like they have so many options. It's like insane. It would suck really bad to be someone that was like somewhere really rural that had like that allergy or whatever, because it's I could definitely see it being like difficult to keep up with, because it's difficult to keep up with here, but I guess you would just do like a lot of home cooking and stuff, which I don't do. Also, if you hear like any weird noises and stuff, I literally live in New York now. I live in Brooklyn, and there's like the street is right down there, obviously. So sometimes people, run by like wielding a knife and screaming. It's usually couples fighting down there, and so I can't rule how quiet this podcast exactly will be, because I don't have some like tiny little super quiet room to do this in. Maybe someday, but it's just a lot easier to do it here than like rent someplace out and fucking record somewhere else. I also have the sign you can't see it, but it's like up here. That's why there's like, well, maybe not with the light on, but there's like a little bit of a red glow. The Night We Met sign is above me. I just couldn't lower it. Plus, if I lowered it more, it would be like beaming behind my head. There's a "You Got It, Jobin" sign. I don't know if that's in frame or not. This corner. I'm going to get more stuff like behind me so it's a little bit more interesting to look at, because this is a little bit mundane, this like white space behind my head. But anyway, yeah, I moved to New York. I felt really wasteful in that move. I realized, I guess it was also because like I had to get rid of so much stuff because I didn't hire movers. And initially the reason why I didn't hire movers is because I was like, I can't take the furniture that I already have out there because the place is so much smaller. Like the furniture doesn't fit. The like specific pieces of furniture that I had, it was like a couch and a fucking armoire or whatever the fuck they're called, and a bed. They were all like really big and like wouldn't fit in here anyways. So then I got in this fucking mentality where I was like, I'm not gonna hire movers just for a bunch of stuff whenever I don't have a bunch of furniture. That was honestly a mistake because it ended up being a fucking nightmare. But beyond that nightmare, while all that happened, like having to get rid of so much stuff and like really analyzing every single thing that I have like purchased over the last couple of years and stuff, like especially clothing, it just made me like, yeah, every now and then for like the other day I bought like pajama pants from Target, and that's fine, but I'm going to like consciously, it really fucked me up, like just seeing the things that I've purchased that like I no longer like or that I no longer wear, and like knowing that the whole like world of fast fashion is so detrimental to like the world. And not to sound like super hippy dippy, but like, if you can, who really needs to fucking do is these big companies, because I know they're the main reasons for, probably 99 0.99% of the pollution, and then we're doing the rest of it. But if you can do anything to like help, then you should. And it's also just dumb. Like I would like think about something, not like big money purchases. Like I would think about something that I wanted. I'd be like, oh, I need some tank tops. So I'd like buy them off of Amazon in like a pack of 10 or something. That's a extreme example, but it would be like a pack of 5 probably. And then I didn't even like all the other colors, and I'd just be buying it, because of like the setup of Amazon, and then you have 4 tank tops that you aren't even going to use, and then in like 6 months, they're not even going to be in style for one. And if you were lucky enough to get something super basic, then it probably is going to be such low quality that it's like disintegrated by then, or just doesn't look good enough to wear it. So I'm definitely like it taught me a lot as far as that stuff. Like I'm definitely I would always just, if I want something, if I want to be wearing something, I would go out and buy it. And that's because clothes are cheap. It's not like I always just like had money. I would buy it because clothes are cheap and like they're pretty easily accessible if you like have any amount of money whatsoever. If you aren't in like severe poverty, like clothes are one of the cheapest things on the planet. So I'd be like, so for example, I've been I really want a coat. What are they called? Like a fucking, what are they called? Like a I don't know, like almost like a raincoat. What is the name of them? Like Inspector Gadget type coat. Anyway, a trench. I've been wanting one of those, and I've been wanting it for like 2 months, and I've been thinking about it. And the one that I get is probably going to be like anywhere from $150 to maybe $300 probably would be like the maximum I would pay for that. Unless if it was like blowing my mind, then I'd wait a little bit longer and maybe pay a little bit more. But the cool thing about that is, number one, I'm going to start going. I'm going to start using like brands that are like sustainable brands. A lot of them also like market themselves as sustainable, and they aren't. And it's like a giant lie. I think Everlywell is one of the brands that does that. They're like, oh, fast fashion is the enemy. And then whenever you like look up their score or whatever, they like have provided zero information to like back the fact that to back those claims. So it's all bullshit. But I don't know. It's dumb, but I learned that like I know that not everybody also like it comes from a place of like I'm lucky that I'm in a place where I can like wait and buy something that's a little bit more expensive. Honestly, looking at the grand scheme of things, probably spending less money doing it this way because I'm waiting for something that I really want. And it's cool because I'm probably going to have that thing for like the next 20 years. When usually I'd go out and I'd buy some coat that I didn't even really like very much that day, the second that I thought about it, and I would never want to wear it again because I'd hate it, or it would be out of style in a month, or it would fall apart and look bad and be cheap quality, not be warm whenever I was looking for something warm, whatever, you know what I mean? So, I don't know. It's just like, it's become a little interest of mine recently to like, even if I don't have the funds to support just like, getting high quality stuff left and right, to like wait until you can afford something that is sustainable and high quality. And there are so many, if you just like look it up, there's so many, if you're interested in it or whatever. There's so many brands that are not completely insane. Like when I thought of, and sustainable, meaning sustainable and ethical, it's really cool because they like, they look into, there's a website that's like really helpful for it. It's good something, but it's helpful with, they give them like a score, and it shows how they like they do like an investigation basically on every single one of these ones that describes themselves as like sustainable and ethical, and they basically like dive into it, and they see like how do they treat their employees, how much are their employees like in a factory in fucking Taiwan and they're getting 10 cents every 3 hours or something. They look into all that kind of stuff so that you are certain that the thing that you purchased isn't fucked up. It's not just made out of the right kind of cotton that isn't killing our rainforests, but it also isn't made like at the hands of children and shit. So it's really cool. I know that not everybody has the ability or means or whatever. A lot of people just need to like throw clothes on their back and like get to work or whatever. But like if if you're interested in it and it's something that you have the ability to do, I think that it's really cool. So that's what I'm doing. I've been wanting this coat for a while, and I'm just waiting until like the next couple times I get paid to do it. My corgi looks so cute. I wish I could pan the camera to him. So the death of OnlyFans is something that happened just the other day, or was it yesterday? Day before yesterday, I think. Yeah, it's like Enron, but with titties. They, I understand that it's it's the banks or whatever. They're not willing to, put their money towards people making porn. But I've seen some really interesting stuff, diving into what that really means and like what because they kind of like, it's like under the ruse of the fact that they're like they're taking down these sites or whatever because there are potential trafficking, because there's trafficking going on and stuff like that, and like fucked up shit, and they're like taking them down. So they're like seeming like they're the good guy, but I saw some very in-depth stuff that like really explained why, and that's more of like a front for what's actually going on, which has a lot to do with just like basically hyper-religious, gigantic hyper-religious groups and stuff like that, and like money and fucked up dumb stuff. There's a girl on TikTok. There's a lot of chicks talking about it. You're not really allowed to talk about hardly fucking anything on TikTok. Oh my god. TikTok, fucking dude, you can post, there'll be like a person eating a sandwich and they'll have 100K because that's what they do on there, and then one day they'll just, all their videos get deleted because they were eating a fucking sandwich. It's the most crazy shit in the world, but we're not allowed to talk about it on TikTok. I don't even think you're allowed to say the word OnlyFans, but there's one of the creators that comes to my mind that explained it really well is Veruca Salt. I don't know what her exact, if there's like a fucking underscore or whatever, but you'll know because she's got a whole bunch of followers. But she is, has a very lucrative OnlyFans. She's a huge OnlyFans model, and she kind of explains it and dives into like the real reason of why they're doing this, and it's really interesting. So definitely check that out if you have TikTok. It's crazy and it's slimy. Yeah, it's insane. It's insane what they've done. I also I don't know exactly. I don't know what I'm gonna do exactly as far as all that. I don't know if I'm gonna cross. Basically, with my pre-existing account, that's what I don't know what I'm going to do with it, because everybody is just going to hop platforms. But I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with that pre-existing account, because I was thinking about doing like a podcast type thing with it, like, maybe some secret episodes or like some, unreleased episodes or whatever being on that, or like something in that realm. But I don't know that I even want to stick around, with a company that's done this to so many people. It's really fucked up and dirty, and it feels like, even though it's contract work, it feels like continuing to work for someone that, you know, fucked you over and like made you feel worthless, you know. So like I don't believe in them morally, so I don't even think I'm going to keep it around for whatever is allowed after that, because I know there's some people that would be down to continue on with that, but I just want to get. I think I would venture to say everybody's probably on the same page, like that everybody just wants to get the fuck away from them, as soon as all these like rules hit, because it was such like a like it's crazy. It's so crazy. Like it's insane, you know? Hearing that initially, everyone's immediate reaction, I'm sure, was probably, no, they're not. No, they're not. That's probably just a rumor. No, they're not. Blah, blah, blah. They would never do that. Because it's like, you know, it's like the jokes out there. It's like saying that Wingstop is going to now stop serving wings. You'd be like, fuck off. It's going to keep selling wings. Because what the fuck else is Wingstop going to do? But it's like, no. It's so crazy. And I don't know. I mean, I know that there's like, what even percentage of people, consumers on there, not creators, consumers, are actually purchasing this bullshit. This bullshit that they're putting out, dude. Yeah. Who? Dude, I've seen for a while, like, the ads, because they put, like, the ads, for whatever reason, like, on your, like, screen, the screen that I, like, fuck with stuff on there. I see the ads, like, they show me all of them for the, stuff that's their product now. And it is all a joke. It's all a joke, dude. There hasn't even been like, I don't know, like, you know, I'm not just saying that because it's not like sex work and that's what they're known for. I'm just saying, like, I'm literally saying like a joke, like stuff that no human being would ever fucking watch except for like 5 simps. Like, I've always said the most simp shit of all time. There's nothing simp about subscribing to someone's OnlyFans. At least I don't think so. If I like thought that a guy was sexy enough, like if there was a guy that had an OnlyFans and I thought that he was super sexy, I would subscribe to it like 100%. But dude, like the most simp shit in the world is, which is all I've seen. I know there's like a couple other ones that this isn't their demo, but all I've seen as far as like the publicity for these things, or the advertisements for this direction that it's going, is it's like an influencer, mostly chicks. I have seen some dudes, but as far as the chicks go, it's an influencer who their whole entire thing, and there's nothing wrong with having your tits out online. I do that all the time. I'm an internet boob for sure. I do other shit, you know? Have personality. Speak my mind, you know? These people it'll be like a girl wearing, I think I might have talked about this on my very last episode, because it was right whenever I first started seeing them, ironically, but it'll be like a girl who, her whole entire feed on Instagram, she's got, 400,000 followers, her whole entire feed on Instagram is her super tan, greased up, wearing a micro bikini with her nipples and her butthole showing, washing a car in the glistening sun with baby oil all over her. And the whole entire feed is just her doing that, rolling around the beach with sand on her tits. all that kind of stuff. There's nothing wrong with sandy tits, but whenever Mrs. Sandy Tits, who has been Mrs. Sandy Tits her whole life, the entire duration, that's why she's got so many followers, all these guys are following her, and then she says, I'm going to make an OnlyFans. It's almost like the Bella Thorne thing. I vaguely know what happened with that. I just know that it was fucking annoying that she did it. But it was almost like that. I have an OnlyFans. Come this way. Watch me on OnlyFans TV. And you subscribe to watch this girl who all you want to do is see her naked. That's the whole entire fucking point of anybody following her. She doesn't talk. There isn't even any their Instagram. It won't even be any videos. It won't be ever them speaking whatsoever. The whole entire thing is just you want to see them naked. And then they get an OnlyFans. Well, they don't want to be naked online, or they don't want to do like sex work, technically. So, and like get some sort of deal with like this OnlyFans thing going on. So then they say, I have an OnlyFans. They get OnlyFans TV, and it's them making cupcakes with basically tassels on their nipples. And it's a bunch of horny dudes, not even a bunch, because like even horny dudes are smarter than that. They're not going to be like, you're not naked on there, you're not even topless, you're just making cupcakes in a low-cut top with nothing to say, just air in your brain, going hee 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 hee. That has longevity. Good fucking luck, dude. I swear to God, that's all they've got. It's all they've got. I've probably seen 30 advertisements for just exactly like that, with it's a cooking thing, and it'll be like, Stacy's gonna show you how to make, what was it I posted fucking yesterday? Stacy's gonna show you how to make cherry cola cupcakes, and it's her being like, here's the next ingredient. Yeah. I've seen legitimately probably 30 of those, for real. Like, it's because they can't think of anything else to do. They're like, what can I do? Show as much tit as possible without fully being naked, because they're about to fuck everybody in the ass and not let them do sex work on the sex work channel. About 30 of those. The only other one that they've got is they'll do a podcast with two chicks with their tits out, and they have nothing. I mean, like so bad that it's like one of those things where you hear a clip of it, and it'll be like a 10-second clip, and you hear like 3 seconds, and you're like, oh fuck, and you like click it off or take your earphones out or whatever. It's that bad. Podcasts with two girls with their tits out, and then and just like I said, nothing to say. There's nothing wrong with being a girl with your tits out and saying stuff, but I mean just nothing, dude, absolutely nothing. And then the only other one there is I've had my greased up tits and butthole out on Instagram for this long, so I have 2 million followers on Instagram, and I'm trying to make money. So I'm going to OnlyFans TV, that's what they call it. And Tiffany's going to show you how to work out. And she's going, and doing leg lifts. And they're like right by her butthole. But they can't show anything. She has to be wearing pants. But like, you know what I mean? And I guess there's like, out of the 2 million people that are following her, there's like 10 guys that subscribe to that. And they're just like jerking it, watching it, wishing that she was naked. That is the most simp shit of all time. And that's what it became, dude. That's what OnlyFans became. It is going to be so funny to watch that just crumble down the tubes. Just swirl down the tubes, dude. It's going to be super funny, because that's what it is. I haven't seen anything I haven't seen anything that I could picture for real, even like put myself in someone else's shoes, because I'm pretty good about doing that. I have not seen anything at all that I'm like, this could potentially, no. Fucking absolutely not, dude. Nobody wants to pay money to see that shit. No one. It is a fucking nightmare, and I can't even believe they have the audacity to think that they're going to make money that way. It's hilarious. Especially whenever there's a fucking million other platforms. I didn't even realize it because, like, it's been the OG for whatever reason for this amount of time, but there are so many that are just like it. They sound like it. They look like they're exactly the fucking same website. What are you doing, dude? Oh my god. It's like someone that is just some guy just gave up his lead role in a movie. And he was like 5'7", had sandy brown hair, and just like looked like every guy and had like as much talent as every fucking guy there was, and he like gave up his lead fucking role. It's like, okay, well, let's close our eyes, spin around, and point at someone on the street, and they'll fulfill that role in exactly the same fucking way, dude. Anyway, I put some stuff down to talk about, I think. I saw a video on my feed, on my TikTok feed the other day. I don't know why. It was, whenever your algorithm just like gets something wrong, and there's like like someone wearing a MAGA hat, and you're like, what happened? Or there's like David Dobrik, which is what happened to me. Dude, I try to be really really real with like just anything that I say, even if I'm kind of like fucking around or whatever. Like, I really, especially because like I lived in Hollywood for so long and doing this shit and stuff like that, like I really take into consideration, like, on a real level, like, am I being like a hypocrite? Like, hypocrite is, is somebody that is sitting on their couch lonely in bumfuck, and they're like, that David Dobrik's a loser. But in reality, that person may potentially, he's a bad example because he's so fucking horrible, but and in reality they would love to be like, part of his whatever the fuck they do, whatever his part of his crew or whatever, you know what I mean? Just because some people like to like project their own insecurities or like hurt on other people or boredom or whatever. From a real standpoint, from a real 100%, from the bottom of my heart, I would not go to that. That speaks for all of those people because they're all the same person, but like that's the one that I just saw. I would not go to that person's house if they invited me and I wasn't doing anything. I wouldn't hang out with that person if they invited me and I was sitting on my couch eating chili. I wouldn't. And I know it doesn't matter because he has like millions and millions of dollars, but it's like, it's for real. They all have this like, it's just, I saw this video just because my algorithm on TikTok got it wrong, but I saw this video of like, I can't even do it because like it'll be annoying because it'll be too loud, but it was like, they're all like that too, where they were like, they like built a water slide, and it was just like, it went like through a little bit of the kitchen, I think, into the pool, and it was just like like screaming, Alex, hi big boy, hi big boy. I hope you can see him. It was just like, stay down, screaming at the top of his lungs, like just, oh, and like they also do this thing where just everything is so extreme. I have no idea how anybody has enough energy to make shit, like, to pretend that everything is that crazy. I have no idea how somebody has the energy to like also be that. It's so phony. It's so phony. Like, everything that they do, everything that that guy says in any of his videos or whatever. I haven't watched many, but like I've seen clips of him, you know, and it's so fucking phony. It's like the craziest thing. Those just like kids, they have a lot of, or they're adult men, and they have a lot of money, and they just like are shitty to their friends, and like they fucking can do whatever to their friends too, because like their friends just want to be there because they're rich and famous, and their friends want to be rich and famous too, and maybe every now and then like they make some money because they know that person and they're super rich and like they were involved in it. But it's just absolutely fucking miserable. I cannot believe, I guess it's like really young kids or something. I don't know who is watching that and being like, dope. Like, it was the lamest thing I've ever seen in my life. And none of them can like, first of all, he's not cute. None of them are cute. None of them can like riff. None of them are cute. It's just like a bunch of assholes that have like really high production, like a really high production budget. So they just can fuck around. And I'm like, I can't get over it. Who the fuck is watching that? I guess 9-year-olds? Maybe? I can't even imagine 9-year-olds in 2021. I mean, I haven't talked to a 9-year-old recently, but I can't even imagine a 9-year-old in 2021 like being like, oh snap, he went down a water slide. I used to watch 9-year-olds. They would be like, what the fuck is this guy doing? There might be some weird noises because Sweets is gnawing on a bone. I can't believe it. Some people just get too like, they get too rich, and then they're constantly surrounded by yes people, and they need, well, you know what, if you're making a fucking fortune, I guess that whatever, but I would so much rather not make a fortune and be like a genuine, like be at least somewhat genuine, like for real. I would not tomorrow go be in one of those videos for a bunch of money. I really wouldn't. Yeah, like, cause they're just so dumb. They're so dumb. I don't understand it at all. I'm getting a tattoo, I believe, in 2 days. Hopefully this isn't fucked up because I've been real far and real close to the mic. I'm getting a tattoo in 2 days. Something I've experienced lately, and I'm curious to know if other people, not even lately, I've experienced this my whole entire life. I have tattoos, I have a lot of tattoos, and I plan on having them all over my arms. And I've gotten a lot of them like recently, and so I have like quite a bit of, I'm not covered, but like I have quite a bit of experience with different artists in different cities and paying a lot of money to get fucking tattoos. And I don't think I've ever, like, I'm getting work done, I'm getting a tattoo in 2 days, and I saw that this artist like work, like I could tell whenever, I'm not one of those dum-dums that's gonna like bring you some super fine line shit and be like, do this, whenever it's like a super traditional artist. Like that makes you look like a dum-dum. The design that I had in mind was a little bit fine line, but I contacted this artist, and I think that their work is really, really cool. And like, even if it was a picture of this in their style, that's awesome. Like that's where my mind was going with that. I was like, I don't want them to change their style. I would never ask a tattoo artist to do something that they weren't comfortable doing, or that wasn't even in their like demographic. I just wouldn't do that. It's stupid. There's too many out there. But it seems like every time I contact a tattoo artist, like in the very, like, where you always have to put down a deposit and book way out, because like any like decent to really good artist is going to be like super booked out, and it's people are just getting so much work done these days. It's like it's so much harder to get an appointment. You have to like book shit months and months out. It's like crazy. But they're never, and this is coming from a person that I am so like easygoing with what it is. I've never had them like redraw, you know, like dislike the drawing that they drew for me and like redraw it a bunch of times to like get me comfortable enough to put it on my body. Like I'm very, very lax with that. Like maybe too lax with that. Where I'm like, I kind of wish that I could have them tweak it, but I don't want to be annoying, so I'm just gonna have them put this on my body forever. Like literally, that's how my mind works. But I've had a lot of experience like talking to tattoo artists lately, just because like I want more and more work done, and I just feel like they're not interested in like what I want. Like as dumb as that sounds, and I don't really understand it, because I'm like, unless I was going to like, I mean, I'm sure there's artists out there that like, you know, I know there's artists out there that only do like the hand painted where it looks like somebody splattered some shit on you. There's artists out there that only do like that crazy black shit where they just like fucking looks like they drew all over you. You know, there's like very specific artists that have like their specialty. But then there's like good tattoo artists, working tattoo artists, that's how you get a tattoo. You get what you know, you think of an idea and you go and get your tattoo. Or you think of an idea and you're like, hey, this is my idea, can you like, you know, do something with this idea and like make it for me, and I'm sure I'll love it. And then it's like, yeah, but it's almost always your idea, right? It's like you're not just blindly walking into tattoo shops and not having any fucking idea what they're going to give you. Well, the last like couple times that I've gotten a tattoo, I've been like, I've contacted the artist and been like, this is what I was thinking. And they're just like, okay. And they don't like, and I'll be like, for this one that I'm getting in a couple of days, I know it's a good artist, so I'm not like worried about it really, but like I sent a couple pictures and I was like, yeah, like this thing, but in your style, kind of. Like in your style though. Like not this like fine line shit, because I know the first picture that I sent was like fine line. And they were like, cool, you know, send me $200 for the deposit, get you down, we'll get you in. And I was like, okay, word. So I'd sent them, I believe it was one little bitty picture of it or whatever. But I hadn't, I did say where on my arm. I did say where. But I don't know, beyond that, like, then like a couple days later, because I didn't want to like bombard them with shit, a couple days later, I sent a couple more pictures because I had been like browsing online, and I was just like, hey, I got some more ideas of this, like just kind of to send them over to incorporate like a little bit, not saying to do all of them, but you know, like all different ideas that I would like making it easier, in my opinion. More ideas that I like. If I give you 10 different ones that I like, it'll be easier than if I give you only one and you only have this, this like tunnel vision as far as what it is that I'm wanting. Especially whenever the original photo wasn't this person's style. I sent the pictures and said that, and they didn't say anything to me at all. Nothing. They read them and didn't say anything at all. I was like, well, I have an appointment on Wednesday. Like, what? You can't even give me an okay? Like, so and the thing about it is, like, I don't know, I would just figure, I'm not a fucking tattoo artist, but I would just figure, like, for somebody that's booking out, not just like a walk-in, obviously, but like someone that's like booking like a month out, I would want to like get that drawing out of the way. I mean, I'm fucking, maybe I'm re fucking inventing the world of tattooing here, and like it just doesn't work that way. I don't know, but I would like draw it, and you know, however long before they come in, like they give me some ideas and all these things to incorporate and whatever, and then I would like draw it, send it to them, get the okay from them. You know what I mean? It's just a really weird process, because you're going in before you before the approval of what's going to go on your body. It's just a really weird process. It's a weird process, in my opinion. It's a weird process. Some of them are very, very like, I've got one with this guy named Diego in September, and they're like a really super duper official whatever. So once you put the money down, you like give a description, and then you give the site, and then you da 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 da, and you like keep, you know, they like would come back around the email with like a bunch of questions and stuff like that about exactly what it was that I was wanting. So that was the most that way that I felt. But other than that, it's just been like, okay, your appointments, and then like you get there, and then that's when you see the drawing for the first time. And it's just like such a weird, I don't know. I guess there's people, I'm just so not like that, but like I guess there's people in the world that like would make them redo the drawing 500 times like beforehand. Maybe. But then they could just like make a rule that they wouldn't do it that many times. I don't know. It's so odd to me to book the appointment, you know, pay the deposit, book the appointment, da da da, give them a very, very vague idea of what it is that you're wanting. Then you get there on the day of the tattoo and they show it to you right then, and then you immediately get it on your body. Because I don't want to say, like, I mean, I'm not going to be a psycho and, like, just, if I fucking hated it, put it on my body. Like, I'm not going to do that. But, like, I'm not going to want to, do people, like, sit down and are like, no, okay, so this, and then this, and then this. I guess maybe there's people that do that, and I just, like, don't feel like doing that. I don't know. Luckily, I really, really, like, liked this one. This was kind of like another situation where it was just like I put in the idea, and then I got there, and then it was a certain way, and then I asked if she could have like a little bit more boobs showing, and then it was perfect. So it was kind of like a quick process. But with this one, I'm just kind of like, it would be cool to know, like, it would be cool to know, like, what you are thinking, you know, about what's going on my body permanently this day. I want to talk. I have fucking, I have something stupid tattooed on my foot. I've got a bunch of tattoos I need to get rid of, too. I'm going to get rid of the nub hands. I've got a nub fingers. I've got a dot right here that I tattooed myself on Christmas, a dot here that I tattooed on myself on Christmas, and then the something stupid on my foot. I'm going to get rid of those. I'm just going to lighten them up enough to where I can cover them. The something stupid I probably won't because I don't want foot tattoos. But yeah, this one I'm just going to lighten up and like until it's light enough to where I can actually like just cover it with something cool. It wouldn't bother me as much if it wasn't like, it's literally like my biggest, I mean, maybe it's not my biggest now, but it's like one of my biggest tattoos. It's the most noticeable tattoo. It bothers me that it's a fucking, it's super funny, but it's like, it's not, it would be funny if it was somewhere else, you know? It's just, it's so just, it's the first fucking thing you see, you know? It's the first thing I see. It's not like it's like, you know, I've got tattoos I like fucking here and here, like, I'm not seeing those constantly. Every picture I've ever taken in my life, this tattoo is showing, you know? Other pictures, like, my other tattoos just don't show in them, or I like, you know, you can move your body to where they are showing, but this one is just fucking showing constantly, and I want to fucking get rid of it. So anyway, I'm going to lighten that up and then get something on top of it, but, yeah, so I've got some cool tattoos coming up. Tattoos are so fucking expensive. Oh my god. I get it, though. I'd rather, like, get something expensive and wait a long time and, you know, just, like, the fucking clothes and get something that's, like, nice rather than get a nub thumb on your arm from a guy named Spooky on Hollywood Boulevard and then regret it for the rest of your fucking life. So, let me see if there's anything else I was gonna talk about. Oh, my sweets. My dogs are... Hear any weird noises? Nope, you can't jump on me right now. Nope. The last thing I was going to talk about is... Stop it. There's a couple other things, but those don't matter. Dude, I was going to talk about how fucking good the band Greta Van Fleet is. There are, like... The thing about them is... They're so fucking good, it's insane. They're bringing back rock and roll. I understand they sound a lot like Led Zeppelin. I wasn't, like, a huge Led Zeppelin guy, but, like... They're incredible. And one thing that I've kind of learned through them, I just got into their music or whatever, but now my dogs are going crazy and it's going to sound weird in the background. Stop it. They're not going to stop. Cool. Get down. Yeah. They are so fucking good, and there are so many, like, dudes, especially. I've never seen a woman say. I'm sure there's women out there that don't like them, but Down. Okay. Well, we are gonna have to end the podcast here because my corgi is going insane. I'm gonna have to walk him. So I'm just gonna let Alex take you out on this one. But thanks for joining me, and I will see you on another time. This is the night we met.